pretty windy right now, but just like the title says, the Del Sol is coming back out. I'm gonna go ahead and take the battery out and go get a new one. So, because this battery is completely dead. Here it is. Super dirty. Last time I started it was like, I don't know, like 2 months ago, 3 months ago. But the battery is completely dead. It holds no charge at all. But yeah, I gotta clean this up. Let me go ahead and take this battery out. Alright, got the battery completely out. Time to go get another one, and I'll be right back. Finally got the new battery. Just gotta go ahead and install it, and it should be ready to fire up. And then I don't remember these leaks here for some reason. I think it's coming from this top, this bolt right here. I know some of y'all probably won't even remember the Del Sol, because I think I got a lot of my subscribers when I did the auto to manual swap. So some of y'all probably never even seen these videos about the Del Sol, but I'm gonna update you guys on this. First, I'm just gonna go ahead and start it up, and then I'll talk a little bit more about it. Alright, battery's in. Let's go ahead and see if it starts. So here it is. As I mentioned, I do have other videos about some work done to this car. This is like the original car that I started the channel on. It's still dirty right now. I'm about to wash it. But be more work coming up, because I am switching it out. I'm gonna go ahead and put the Prelude up. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a quick wash. Going to go ahead and give the Del Sol a quick oil change, because as I mentioned, I am switching this out from the Prelude for this to be my daily for now. And to be honest, I don't remember the last time I gave it an oil change. Alright, got the Speed Hunters Takata toe strap, Civic SI, EG Civic SI front lip. Got the shaved the side reflectors on the bumper right here. You can still kind of see this one. I didn't quite finish it up yet, but it took forever, so I kind of just got frustrated and just left it like that. and I did it like that to look like the JDM front bumper. I got the eBay tilt license plate, what do you call it, base, I guess. And if you see on this headlight, the tabs on the side markers are broken, so I just kind of got it zip tied. But there's a gap up from the hood and the headlight, and that's because it has been wrecked before. I actually never got it checked out to see how bad the damage is, but if it's messed up, I do got a plan for it in order to fix that, so that's not really a problem for me. Got the hood tilt, kind of put some nylon spacers and 2 washers just to give it a little bit of a tilt. What else? Got S2000 front, the side markers, and the reason why the front of the Del Sol is primered in gray is because it was just fading real bad, so I just kind of went ahead and just did all the body work and primered it. Alright, got 2000 Civic SI wheels, 15s. Got Dunlop Durezas, I believe that's how you say it. Dunlop. And the size is, you can see it, 205/50 R15. Directional. Got the OEM mud flaps. Got the Civic Fiero rear spoiler. The reverse bulb is the blue PIAA reverse bulbs, or PIA, or however you say it. And I do have LEDs, white LEDs on the license plate lights, as well as the side markers on the S2000 side markers. Got the short stub antenna from the S2000. I went ahead on the passenger side right here. I did go ahead and fill up the key, I don't know what you want to call it, the keyhole or whatever. And I didn't do any body work to it, so that's why you can still kind of see like the circle around it. But once I do the body work to it, you shouldn't be able to see it, but it just gives it a cleaner look. I just left the key cylinder on the driver's side. Now for the engine, it is a D16Y8 VTEC. I did delete the resonator box for the intake. For the most part, this engine is stock. Just did the valve lash, NGK, iridiums, spark plugs, and what else? I think that's all I really done to it, to be honest. But for the transmission, let's see here, I don't even know what this is, to be honest. S8G or something? I don't know, the sticker kind of coming off. Yeah, S8G. and it has an ACT street light flywheel and an Excetti stage 1 organic clutch, and that's pretty much it. But I mean, for a real light car, it does the job. I don't really have any complaints for a single cam, to be honest. But for now, it is going to stay single cam. And now for the motor mount, the front motor mount on the driver's side as well as the passenger side, I did fill them up with polyurethane window weld. So if you can see right there. And the oil pan I just painted like a candy purple, and the crank I just painted gold. I had taken it off before. I just went ahead and just painted it just for fun. But that's pretty much it for the motor. Interior, I do have a 93 dash without the passenger airbag. I don't know if I mentioned, but this is a 97, so got the auxiliary light switch. It isn't actually plugged in though. The clusters from the UK. Normally these clusters, I believe they stop at 125 or something like that, but the UK cluster stops at 145. And the tachometer is from the SIR, and so it redlines at 8200. And I do have LEDs in this also, white LEDs. Here's the JDM climate control. It's just a faceplate, but it is functions as the USDM one, so it actually doesn't have the auto feature. It just looks like it does. But it also has the white LEDs. And also on all the buttons I put like a 3M like a UV clear bra on it, so that's why it's all kind of like shiny looking. It just gives it like a new car feel, as well as these buttons here. Also have eBay replica pedals, the Mugen replica, and so far they've been holding up pretty well for 20 bucks. Ain't bad. Now for the radio, have a Kenwood Exelon KDC X500 Bluetooth. And I do have videos on all this, but I do understand have some new subscribers, so not everyone knows about all of this. OEM floor mats, computer, the ECU is stock OBD2 P28. Here I have the blocks. I believe titanium, or it might be neochrome, but it is the weighted shift knob, and the shifter is a short shifter from TWM Performance. It is the dual bend short shifter. Right here, just have the Broadway 240mm rear view mirror. And as you can see right there in the mirror, I do have LED dome light. Now if you see my interior, I am kind of gutted, but I do have all the interior pieces. I was just working on it and I never threw the interior back in, but I'm still working on it. And these seats are from a red Del Sol. The reason why I have these seats is because I used to have other parts on this car, but the Del Sol had gotten stolen, and so I just kind of rebuilt it, put in different seats and stuff, so that's why I kind of have stuff here and there. Oh, I almost forgot to mention though, this is the JDM Del Sol OEM steering wheel, and the horn does function. No airbag, so without these two airbags, just saving some weight. And the SRS is completely disabled. The whole system has been taken out. And I do have a Benin Industries B-pillar bar here. Gives it a little bit more, makes it a little bit more rigid, because the Del Sol does flex a lot because it is a target top, so it kind of flexes on turns and stuff, so just kind of making it a little bit stiffer. But which brings me to the other thing. The whole rear end of the Del Sol has been stitch welded. I know the welds aren't the best. I am going to be redoing these welds. I did it with just a flux wire, so that's why it kind of came out kind of weird, but I'm going to go ahead and redo them later on. But as well as the trunk area has been stitch welded too, and it made a big difference on performance as well, as far as like turning and rigid. Just made it a whole lot better, because before it just flexed a whole lot. And one other thing back here is the speakers. I have like a, I don't know what to call it, like a boom mat. It's more for the bass. And these are Infinity reference speakers. These are 6 3/4. These are the biggest speakers you're going to be able to put in a Del Sol in the factory location. Just a view from the passenger side. It's a real clean Del Sol. You're not going to find many like these. Like I said, I do have all the interior pieces, so that's not a problem at all. Now this car does need a lot of work, in my opinion, to where I want it to be. So I mean, I'm going to keep having videos of all these cars. Alright, the trunk area. As I mentioned, everything has been stitch welded back here. But it is gutted. There's really nothing to see back here. I almost forgot to mention my exhaust. It's not really set up or anything. It has everything stock for the most part, but I had it one time I had to go to the muffler shop and get some leaks fixed in my exhaust, and basically they did everything from the cat back. So it has a 15-inch resonator, stock piping, and I did have a muffler, but the muffler rusted off a while back. And yeah, so it's just right here. I'm actually, on the next video, I'm actually going to be installing a new catback system. So make sure and subscribe and look out for that. In my opinion, it sounds pretty good, but inside of the car it is pretty loud. It drones. It just I don't know, it's just pretty loud. Have to turn the music way up. But alright guys, that's going to be it for this video. Just me explaining about the Del Sol. Next video I'm going to have, which I'm going to be doing in a few days, I'm going to be installing the catback exhaust. And to be honest, it's one of the parts I'm excited to put on this car, just because it's something you can actually hear, and plus it gives it a little bit more like style to the car, you know, because you can actually see the exhaust. And right now it doesn't, I don't have anything back there, you know, as far as a muffler. But alright guys, subscribe to my channel and make sure to look out for that video, and go ahead and like this video. Check out my other videos on this channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Alright guys?